Quentin Tarantino is one of the most popular directors of all time, responsible for some of the greatest movies in the past 20 years like Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained. His next film, The Hateful Eight, will be released in January, and while you may know a lot about his work, how much do you actually know about the man himself? Here are SquareEyed's top 10 things you didn't know about Quentin Tarantino. Tarantino dropped out of high school when he was 16 and worked a load of different jobs, including video archives in California. QT would spend his days watching and talking about movies, before he left the store and started writing his own scripts. Tarantino was romantically attached to fellow filmmaker Sofia Coppola, and the director gave a nod to his sweetheart in Kill Bill Volume 1. The film was set in Japan, just like Coppola's Lost in Translation, and they both have a character named Charlie Brown. He happens to be a huge Elvis fan and even dyed his hair jet black when he was 18. After writing on his resume that he had a natural talent for imitating the king, he was cast on the classic American sitcom The Golden Girls, probably not his finest moment. This would have been one of the strangest things to ever happen on film. Tarantino once revealed that he was originally set to play Asian martial arts master Pai Mei in Kill Bill Volume 2. Can you imagine the director with massive white eyebrows and a beard? Yeah, probably best he stick to the directing then. No, you didn't read that wrong. QT has been behind bars 3 times in his life. Before he was a famous movie director, Tarantino ran up huge parking ticket fees and ended up in an LA County jail for 10 days with a hefty fine. Tarantino was also arrested when he was 16 for stealing an Elmore Leonard novel, which is quite ironic considering his film Jackie Brown is based on a work by the author. After the success of Reservoir Dogs, QT was offered the chance to team up with Will Smith for the sci-fi film. However, Tarantino decided to turn down the chance to direct Men in Black so he could work on a script for Pulp Fiction. And considering how that film turned out, we think that was quite a good move. Tarantino wrote the script for True Romance with Robert Carradine and Joan Cusack in mind for the 2 leading roles, which eventually went to Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. He also wanted the role of Concotti to be played by Robert Forster, but we think Christopher Walken did a mighty fine job. Tarantino was credited with additional writing on the Tony Scott film Crimson Tide, and when QT visited the set, star Denzel Washington confronted him about using the N-word too many times in his writing. According to an article in Premiere magazine, Tarantino and Washington had a heated conversation on set in front of the entire cast and crew. Washington later said he still thought QT was a fine artist. QT is a really smart guy and reportedly has an IQ of 160, which is the exact same number as world-renowned physicist Stephen Hawking. That's some serious brain power. He may be a brilliant director, but he really can't act. Tarantino often appears in his own films, including From Dusk Till Dawn, where he played a main role as Richie Gecko, brother of Seth, played by George Clooney. QT was nominated for Worst Supporting Actor. Thankfully, he didn't win, but he really should stay behind the camera in future. That's our top 10. Have we missed any? Let us know in the comments, and check out our ranking of Tarantino films on SquareEyed.tv.